Take a look at this. The roof was blown off of this building, and this is what's left. The destruction inside this building. Drywall everywhere, doors tossed around.
This was a record year for hurricane activity as Louisiana fell within the cone of uncertainty 8 times.
If you walk outside right now, it is obvious that we are still feeling the impact of Hurricane Delta. And as the night goes on, we do expect to see some damage out here. The COVID-19 vaccine has officially landed here at Women's Hospital, and we are now leading the southern states with the lowest positivity rate per capita. Folks, the doors are closing as we speak. It is 8 o'clock on the dot, and now we just wait as the numbers roll in. Thousands of sandbags have been filled here in Wvla Parish. What you're looking at behind me is the roof that was completely blown off of Tiger Drive-In. For the first time in 36 years, there will be a new mayor. Let me tell you, it smells as good as it looks out here, so I may need to get a pancake myself.
Please do.
I was led into a trap. A half a dozen officers handcuffed me, put me in the back of the car, and booked me into East Baton Rouge Parish Prison.
Embattled Pastor Tony Spell planned a news conference Tuesday morning. As he approached reporters, Central Police officers approached him. He points and says something to the officer, then walks in another direction.
He wanted to have his news conference.
And before he can make it to the waiting microphones, he's put in cuffs.
We're not out here for a news conference. We have a job to do.
Spell is charged with assault after this incident with a protester caught on camera Sunday, along with 2 outstanding bench warrants for traffic violations.
I think that the Central Police Department is trying to close down the church. They have not been able to do so. And so they took a complaint from someone who is obviously biased against the church and ran with it.
His congregation creating a spectacle in the adjacent parking lot to the EBR Parish Prison. There they stood praying and worshiping while Spell awaited his bail. Shortly after, bail money arrived and Spell was bonded out. $5,000 later, Spell walked free.
I want to give hope to every Christian in this nation today. You don't let anybody take your rights to go to church. You don't let anybody take your rights to assemble.
Stand strong.
You stand strong. And don't ever forget that Jesus Christ is the Savior of this world.
Spell is continuing to stand by his defiant statements in the middle of a global pandemic.
I will not give up my right to have church. I will not give up my rights to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ.
One of his parishioners has COVID-19. The other died from complications of the virus.
I will see you in church tonight at 7:30 where I'm going to preach.
This homeowner was shocked, to say the least, when she looked out her window to see a school bus crashed on her front lawn.
It was just unbelievable to see something like that.
But the story doesn't end there. Smith hunkered down in her home and watched while police surrounded the vehicle to arrest the tiny driver.
You just don't think of a 10-year-old boy driving a bus.
The child led police on a 45-minute chase through Baton Rouge. Drivers watched as he flew through downtown, Government Street, and all the way to Smith's front yard in Central, with more than 20 officers following him.
I understand that he wasn't driving fast when he was in town, but he probably couldn't reach the gas pedal. Go all through town and to come down Grimwell Springs Road and wind up in our front yard, it's just unbelievable.
The 11-year-old, now in custody, allegedly told police he did it just to do it. BRPD says the bus was stolen from Progress Head Start School. It's still unclear how the child got the keys.
You know, he didn't have good control of the bus. He could have just kept on going. If it wasn't for the tree, he could have possibly run into my neighbor's house or even run into our house.
Smith says the commotion was startling, but she's fortunate that no one was hurt.